How again, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We are back today with a new Sunday sessions video. If you guys are new to this series, it's basically where we choose a few pairs that we feel hold good potential for the coming week, and we break down some of the analysis we have performed to give you guys a better understanding on how we are looking at tackling these markets. Now, prior to recording this Sunday sessions video, I've had a look over a few different markets, and to be honest with you, nothing is really standing out to me. Obviously, we have our given few markets that we like to trade on a regular basis. However, the euro US dollar is not looking very appealing at the moment, but we do have some good movement with the US dollar Swiss franc, the same with the Great British pound to the US dollar. As always, we have the gold spot, which realistically we just want to see price pull back on to allow us to buy in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over the three markets I've suggested, give you guys a little rundown. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. All the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. And if you have any questions or queries with regards to the analysis that I go through today or my working strategy, then just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So without further ado, let's start with the gold spot. Price has completely absorbed this area of what was seen as supply. It then used this area of supply as an area of demand, or what was once seen as a level of resistance is now seen as a level of support. You can see how we absorbed the area in price pulled back before trading us higher, giving us the means to actually buy into this market. Now, this is your classic break and retest to those old school traders. Now, in terms of a trading opportunity this week for this market, I think this is a market that is going to continue in this bullish way. I think silver is going to take a new hike to the upside as well. Silver has been suppressed for many years, and I think it's about time we see some value in that, as that's precious metal that is used in pretty much everything, and the supply of that metal is diminishing very quickly. So I do think we will see an increase in the price of silver as well over the course of the next 12 months. But in terms of the gold market, I have marked out an order block here that I'd love to see price pull back down and into, giving us that opportunity to buy in, so we can ride the next wave to the upside. Should price absorb this area here and start to break some protected lows, that's when we would look to potentially short what may be a corrective wave, where price might trade us all the way down and into this area, clear some inefficiency here, clear any remaining orders, manipulate some retail traders before the next big hike. In terms of an opportunity this week, if price gives us signs of bearish structure come the open, it may be signs of a correction, which may trade us down and into this area before a new bullish wave, or it could be a deeper one trading us down and into this point. So potential shorts at the start of the week, which could turn into some longer term long positions depending on how price reacts to these two areas here. However, if we aren't delivered with signs of bearish structure, I won't be looking to get involved in this market at all. I think it's very important that if we're trading with the prevailing trend and we're looking to buy into this market, we wait for price to trade into an area we have found. So something like this or something like this. So I won't be looking to buy in unless price trades into an area of significance. Shorts I will be looking to take advantage of if we are given the say-so, which would come from obviously breaks of structure to the downside. But yeah, that's my analysis there for the XAU US dollar market. Heading over to the Great British pound to the US dollar, we've recently had a higher time frame break of structure to the downside, being this here. This was the last protected low within this bullish structure, as this low created the highest high within this wave. This wave here is actually a higher time frame corrective wave, as this market is actually bearish. So this is a corrective wave. We've had a break in structure to the downside that confirms an end to this corrective wave and the start of the next bearish wave to the downside. So you can see here price has recently traded us up, pulled back. This again would be seen as a break and retest just on the extreme higher time frames. Price has traded into a fair value gap, respected this area nicely. We've then been delivered with another break of structure to the downside. We've also seen price pull back again into another area of interest, another fair value. Well, this is actually an order block. Price has traded in and rejected nicely to the downside again. So we've had two penetrations of areas of interest. We've had 2 breaks of structures, so we're having multiple pieces of confluence here to suggest further bearish structure. And we've also had our 3rd break in structure here. So I would be looking to take part in this market in short positions this coming week. What we're going to do is go down to the 30-minute time frames. We're going to look for areas at which price can pull back up and into. So we've got this one. This would be a hidden order block, and then we have a clear order block here. So I'm going to wait for price to trade up and into this zone, see if we can get a nice clean entry, and then we can obviously take part in this new bearish wave that's being printed out at the moment on the higher time frames. So we want to see price trade in just like this, and then obviously break down to the downside. It'll be interesting to see how price plays out over the course of the next few days, but I'd be looking to short this market. Okay, finishing off on the US dollar Swiss franc. This is another pair that we've really taken advantage of over the course of the last few weeks, start of this year really. We saw that price traded into this demand zone. That encouraged price to trade up and into this area of supply here. We have since seen price break down to the downside. Now, this is another market that is predominantly bearish. We've had our break of structure here to the downside, confirming an end to this corrective wave here. As again, this is a market that is bearish on the higher time frames. So I would love to see price continue trading us lower to clear some remaining orders here before a potential move to the upside. So all we need to do is go down to the likes of the 1 hour. We've seen the penetration here. The low that created that high to trade into that area of interest was this one here. We've had a break in that, suggesting that price has finished this corrective wave that was started from this penetration. We then look at this impulsive wave that broke the structure to the downside for an area of interest that price can pull back up and into to create a lower high. Price has now traded into this fair value gap here. We now want to see a fractal break of structure to the downside on the lower time frames. So I'll be looking for these lows to be broken before I look to take part in short positions. As soon as we have a break in these lows, I will be then looking to take part in short positions. So we simply want to see price trade down. That confirms the end of this corrective wave to trade up and into this. Once price has done that, we can then expect price to pull back again to set a fractal lower high before obviously trading as lower and continuing this bearish momentum. So again, with the US dollar Swiss franc, I will be looking for short positions. It's just a case of waiting for the confluence and confirmation needed in order to take part in this market. But in terms of the markets themselves, nothing is really standing out too much for me. As I say, the markets are looking a bit crazy at the moment, which is absolutely fine. We've had a brilliant start to the year. You know, the guys in the VIP chat have had the opportunity to make upwards of 25% in the month of January, which I think is amazing. We've had a slow start to February. We ended last week, 3.5% up. So just because the markets aren't giving us anything at the moment, that isn't necessarily an issue, as in due course, the markets will start to play ball and correlate with our technical analysis. So that's what I've got my eye on this week. Nothing too crazy. I will be monitoring the markets closely, and if anything does stand out to me, then obviously I'll be sure to let you guys know. But that's actually going to be this Sunday sessions video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys have got a bit of an insight onto what I'm looking at this week. If you do have any questions or queries with regards to this Sunday sessions analysis, please leave them down in the comments below. With all that being said, people, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in our next Sunday sessions video.